last point, are we missing out on a window of opportunity, something that you kind of alluded to? And honestly, I don't think so. I don't think this specific decision misses out on anything to the general fan. You've got your anti-MLSers who were going to consider watching if you raise the salary cap, or are no longer going to consider MLS a serious league until they start spending $40 million per every median level. Whatever, dude. Like, I don't care. Here's the deal. If we get through 2027 with Copa America, World Cup 26, and we still don't have any ideas other than just move along as needed, then people have a right to raise the red flag and start complaining and stuff, right? That is when we have the issue. If we are here and we've gotten all of these eyes now, not just from one player, but from two major international tournaments, and you're still not looking to capitalize on stuff like that, then we're in trouble. But 2 mil increase does not bring in people who Messi fans only are thinking about sticking around to watch after Messi's gone. I don't know how to get that through to people because everybody's blinded by rage. But I hate to break it to you, but 2 million increase in TAM and GAM doesn't get you a high level DP that's gonna keep people around forever and a day. It gets you mid level roster guys who are gonna help roster rotation and competitions in deep cuts. That's my take on it. I'm totally happy to hear if you do think we're missing on a window. I know you mentioned it before. If you do think we're missing out and you think I'm totally wrong, I'm happy to hear it. I just don't really see the validity and stuff like
I think that's a really good point. I think increasing the TAM GAM maybe was like something that, excites you and I. Does it excite the Messi fan that's coming over to watch Messi play? And probably that's about it. I highly doubt it. They will have no idea who any of these players are. Exactly to your point. I am just concerned that they are kind of just pushing everything off until all this stuff is done and just being like, we're going to figure it out in 2027 when things are already done. I would have liked to see them kind of gradually get to that point. So we're not just getting to 2027 and then either one, I'm going to have like extremely underwhelming change, or two, we're just going to like rip the band aid off way too much and just like let things explode. And then, I mean, who knows what could happen from there? I mean, there's obviously things could go well, but I think there's potential for a lot of bad things as well if we just kind of rip the band-aid off in 2027 and just let teams go do whatever they want. I would have rather seen them kind of gradually get to there, maybe little bits of increase to build the depth over the years, and then maybe 2027 is where you kind of focus on maybe building the more like reputable players, like getting them more involved. Maybe that's when you introduce the fourth DP, or maybe that's where you are able to. I mean, I don't. It's hard to come up with suggestions with these
that.
roster
Sure.
rules, but um, I mean that could be like a reasonably good opportunity, especially if players are now playing in these tournaments in the U.S. They're getting a little bit familiar with what it's like playing in the US, the travel, the weather, whether or not they like being here. Maybe some guys come over for the first time for the World Cup and they're like, hey, like, where I was here for a couple of weeks, but this place seems really cool. Like, this is an opportunity. Like, maybe this is something I want to explore down the line now. Or, maybe it's someone who's like ready to make a move now and they're like, hey, really liked my time here. I would love for a chance to come play here now. But maybe that's the time where you go really try to like bring in the star level talent that gets more eyes on it. Because to your exact point before, I don't think increasing the TAM GAMs getting more eyes on the game, but I think it increases the overall quality. And maybe over time that's something that helps get more eyes
Right.
on the league.
And it's always going to be a slow stepwise process. That's always how this league has been. It's always how it's going to be for at least another 50 years. I just like I understand, like, I'm trying to phrase this properly. You could have made any change that wasn't take everything off and just let it be a free flowing open market. And majority of the people who were pissed off on Thursday would still be pissed off today. Like, it's just another thing to be upset about. So I move on from there and don't think it's a massive change, but do hope that there are plans in place. Because if there aren't, then we're in trouble.